It don't make no damn sense. People need to start getting used to death. How many people died in your family? You should be used to death already. If somebody died right now, you gonna be bitching them on and be like, "Oh yeah, this just passed away." It's seen as something because nobody wants to drop it. Nobody wants to overcome. It's all that bullshit talking about. Well, it never gets easier. It never goes away. Yeah, the hell it does. My mother died when I was 10 years old. I'm completely over her death right now. Her death doesn't affect me in any way, shape, or form as of right now. And it didn't take this long either. Hell, I was in high school when it didn't affect me that much. I don't know where. The only reason death affects people in the way it does is because it's that humanity bullshit people like to correlate it to. They like to be like, well, if you don't feel some type of way, something wrong with you now. So now everybody gotta, because virtue signaling and fake realities and maladies of the formalities that everybody practices basically in the majority of all. So they gotta act a certain way or be like a certain way. And I am sorry. But it has to be said. You're weak as hell in the mind. If somebody died from 10 years ago and that shit still haven't went away, you still haven't overcome that. That's a serious problem. Now I ain't recommending therapy. I'm recommending you sit your ass down with yourself and you find out what's wrong with you inside of you and find the things that need to be fixed within inside of you. Because that's another goddamn thing. This is another rant. Now this is another thing. Therapy. Man, therapy is full of shit. If you got a therapist right now, you been going to see that therapist, you think that therapist is all good and good, and you've been there longer than 6 months, you need to drop that motherfucker. Because, hey, that's what a therapist told me. I was dumb enough to go to a therapist one time. Boy, that was the dumbest shit I ever did in my old goddamn life. The therapist was like, well, if you're going to therapy, and you've been seeing a therapist for more than 6 months, you need to drop it. That's what a therapist would have said to me down there in the nut ward. So, he was making sense. He was a very intelligent man, and he was making sense. But therapy ain't gonna help y'all fix that shit. Now, I could probably help some people, but if you wanted the people that be like,